What is a clear sign of you getting older? Media, songs, movies, games you grew up with start being referred to as classics. The first time I heard Nirvana on the classic rock station, I died a little inside. I found myself just wandering around the aisles of Lowe's, not looking for anything in particular, and had a moment of self-clarity. I'm old. I'm looking for clearance sections, but I think I've always done that. 99% of the time it's useless chaff, but that one time you find a good deal, always going to check. Never know. Where do I start? 30s, didn't brush off that wipeout on my bike like I did in my 20s. 40s, had to stop eating like I was 20, visits to my family physician became much more frequent. 50s, takes much longer to get out of bed. Back and joints ache continually. As I approach my 60s, my friend and family pool is getting smaller as they start to pass on. Spend more time reminiscing about the past than looking to the future. Life goes by quick. Don't waste it. If anyone asked me to do anything after 8 p.m., the chances of me going are slim, and the chances are even slimmer if I've already put on sweatpants. You get out of sweatpants. Well done. Workings remotely has definitely made me feel like I'm dressing up when I put jeans on. When I watched professional sports and all the players looked like children. Baseball, football, tennis to etc. You start doing the math and realize you're basically watching a glorified Pee-wee game. Valuing your sleep and at least trying to follow a decent sleep schedule. I just can't do it if I don't. In younger years I could take on an army with 4 hours. Now 6 hours isn't even enough to piss straight. You start getting wisdom moments. Understanding why things happened and had to. Being more compassionate towards mistakes of others because you're shitty yourself and you know it. This one hits it for me. I think I have become much more patient with idiots than before. I want to add though, I also see through bullshit and have no fear calling it out. Now, I mean, who's going to smack some old man for mouthing off? Yikes. Making noises when sitting up and down. Our dog is getting old, and whenever she stands up, she makes these little groaning noises. I thought it was cute and funny until the day I realized that I, too, make those noises whenever I stand up. Maybe she's mocking you, smiley face. There was a man in the UK who hurt his leg and needed crutches and his dog started limping. Took her to the vet, and apparently there's nothing wrong with her, and she was doing it out of sympathy. The adults in your life start dying. Man, I'm really sorry to many of you for the losses you've had to deal with. My inbox has been a tough read the last few hours. Wait until you hit 40. They drop like flies. It's insane how quickly your life can depopulate. I'm in my early 40s. I literally just attended the funeral of my best friend from my childhood this past Thursday. Died the day after his 42nd birthday from a coronary event. After going my first 15 years or so without anyone I knew dying, my last 25 years has been a series of deaths and funerals. My dad, grandparents, family friends, a ton of kids from my HS. Before, it used to be extended people or older relatives, but here lately, it's people I know/knew well. And no longer car accidents, but terminal illnesses and things. Scary AF. I genuinely, not sarcasm, not a meme, have no idea what slang teenagers use these days. I have absolutely zero context or exposure to any cultural influences teenagers even have. Edit. There are a few dozen responses at this point to my post, almost all of which have examples of young person slang. I understand none of it. I really hope some of you jokesters are pranking me by giving me some fake slang to use. That would be hilarious. But honestly, it's kind of fun reading what slang people use these days. I was pretty sure things aren't fire anymore, but maybe that's still used? When you've seen multiple decades of fashion trends come back into play with the young crowd. I laughed when I saw a pair of Jenko jeans being sold as vintage ultra baggy denim in a trendy second-hand shop near work. It boggled my mind that people actually wanted to wear those again, but my 20-something coworker was like, "Oh yeah, they go for like a few $100 or more now." I then showed the youngsters pics of how impractical garbage they were if worn in rain, snow, and the developing heel strap after about a month of dragging on the ground. They all still want them. And they said, It's cool because no one wears them that long anymore. Case in point, the next day I saw a teen wearing a pair, only they stopped just above her ankles. Didn't think that look could get worse, but the kids have gone and done it. I don't want to set foot in a nightclub ever again. I'm old enough where the club girls don't check me out so much as keep an eye on me. When I was about 40, I got dragged to a club by some younger coworkers after a team dinner. I lasted about 5 minutes before having to tap out. The music and fog machine going full blast was like a living hell to me.